just to finish off my 3 minutes, ang suggestion ko lang, Secretary Mina, is to look at your internal processes. Because the first filter is DBM. Yung mga sinasabit nyo sa amin, ang tingin namin dyan, na-vet mabuti, nalinis na mabuti, lahat ito ay legitimate, lahat ito ay accurate, kaya malinis na yung dokumento. Yung mga duplication, common sense lang yan eh. Kung sino man nagtatype nun, nakita nyo yung duplicate yun, dapat magsumbong na siya sa'yo. Diba? Kung nakita mo yung duplicate,
sa duplication po, meron po kami doon system. Pero yung doon sa mga amount and ano sabi mo nila may reason
sa binigay sa amin eh.
Naulit-ulit eh.
Parehong pangalan.
Ulit-ulit siya.
Sa nila? Ang may sagot po doon sa duplication, although hindi na nila naihabol. Kasi may faces daw po yun, hindi lang nila nailagay yung face.
Well, palusot na lang yun. Palusot na lang yun.
Opo.
Ang punto namin, itong red flags, dapat mawala na ito pagsabit ng NEP sa amin. Kasi these are common sense. Para sa akin, common sense. Kung nahanap nga namin dito, I'm sure kayang-kaya hanapin ng DBM yan. So there's a problem with your process. That's the point I'm trying to make. And I was also informed, Secretary Balisacan, that projects of DPWH from the district below 150 million does not have to pass through the RDC?
It's the LGUs through the District Engineering Office of DPWH.
So from 150 million projects, diretso na siya sa NEP?
50 million to up to 500, I believe. It's about RDCs na yan, Regional Development.
Dapat 150 million pababa?
Sa LGU na yun.
It's from agency to the NEP.
Yeah, it's the 150, I think that the ceiling for district engineering office of DPWH.
No, because that's actually, that jives with the numbers, because we saw a lot of numbers in the NEP. They don't go beyond 150. So two things come to mind. Number one, in threshold ng district engineer, because ang district engineer can bid its own project to 150 million and below. And then the district engineer's project will not pass through RDC. Diretso na sa NEP. That's why makikita natin ang daming package 1, package 2, package 3, lahat 100 million, 149 million, sinasadya na hindi lumampas ng 150 million. So they're gaming the system, in other words.
It looks, Mr. Chair.
Correct. So please take a look at that, because if they're gaming the system, then obviously corruption will happen. No? Someone is may taong sinasadya yung paglagay ng project below 150 million para una-una silang magbibid, at pangalawa hindi na dadaan sa RDC.
Mr. Chair, may I interject? Well, this a common practice with the Department of Public Works and Highways, yung mga regional directors given the authority na mag-approve ng project 150 million and below. So ang ginagawa nga ng ibang mga RDs ay sina-chop-chop nila para ika nga. Pero kung if you look at it, halos sa isang project, aabot sila ng over 150 million. I think, my suggestion to DepDev, siguro we have to look into this and probably advise Secretary Vince Dizon na baguhin ito, yung pwede silang pumirma 150 million below. Kasi ginagawa nila, papasok sila ng 4-5 project, tigo 150, sobra rin sa 150 yung total. Can we do that?
Yes, Mr. Chair. In fact, through our convergence budgeting process that we have working with DBM and other attached agencies, we intend to approach infrastructure development like flood control programs as an ecosystem. That you can't have this 150, it's but budget the entire process or system so that the project becomes effective. Otherwise, if you don't look at it as a system, especially for a flood control, wala rin silbiho yan. Useless project yan.
Kagaya ito, Secretary RC, slide 49, it's divided into phases, but the same river, I'll show you again, the same river, the same barangay, the same municipality, the same province, but divided by 100 million, in iba 115 million. So, talagang pinapalusutan nila yung sistema para hanggang district lang yung pagbibid at hindi na pupunta sa RDC. Dapat tignan rin natin to kasi pinapalusutan tayo. So, with that, I conclude my question. We'll go to the round 2. We'll recognize Senator Lacson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Stress time out muna tayo. Hindi pa tayo ng topic. Yung third topic ko is also related pero mag-debate ako a little. Ano? Okay, sa DOF naman muna. Compared to the total revenues collected by the BIR in 2024, what is the percentage share of the VAT?
Okay.
And pakisabit na rin yung in pesos and centavos. Saan magta-translate yung percentage na yun? Share.
16 na order. Kulang-kulang siguro mga 24% ang VAT na nakokolekta
Of the total.
of the BIR.
Yep.
But let me give you a perspective. Ang total collection ng VAT mula BIR at Bureau of Customs, halimbawa, sa taong ito, will roughly be 1.5 trillion. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kung ang ekonomiya natin, 28 trillion, more or less, ang VAT effective rate is 5%. Hindi 12.
But
Yeah.
Mr. Secretary, DOC is
Yeah.
just a collecting agency, di ba?
Correct.
Yung VAT will also be counted sa BIR.
No. Sa BOC pa rin makakount yan.
Pero collection agent lang sila eh.
Correct.
Pagka that's within the BIR jurisdiction, di ba?
Yes, the BOC is deputized by the BIR to collect national internal revenue taxes, and what I'm saying is that it's counted in the BOC. Sila ang nagkolekta. Having said that, ang total collection, BIR and BOC, ng VAT is roughly 1.5 trillion sa taong ito. Katumbas yan ng more or less 5%, hindi 12 dahil maraming exemption. But having said that, hindi pa sapat yun, pambayad ng sweldo ng ating mga empleyado. I just wanted to write that on record.
Correct, Mr. Chairman. So, what is our nominal GDP? Say 2024.
About 26.4 trillion.
26.4 trillion. Okay, my next question is how many VAT lines of exemptions under Section 109 ng NIRC, no? As amended, of course, by train and maybe create law, no?
Yeah.
Ilan ang lines of exemption?
Yes, my recollection is agriculture is
No, never mind the breakdown, just the total number of VAT exemption.
Okay, I don't have the exact number with me, but I can tell you agriculture is exempted. Exporters are exempted. Palengke exempted. Turo-turo exempted. Senior citizen exempted. PWD exempted. Cooperative exempted.
Ecozone.
At a certain level. In Ecozone, exporter exempted, or in a customs
Power sector.
bonded renewable energy exempted. So pag sinuma total mo yan, that's roughly 6% of GDP are exempted.
So, ilan lahat yon? Both yung VAT exemption plus yung covered ng special laws.
30.
Yung total. 100
I'm sorry?
plus. VAT exemptions, yung lines, to include those exemptions covered by special laws that we passed. Yung total, ballpark, 120, 130, 140 lines.
More about, but basically, nabanggit ko na.
Yeah.
Yun ba yun?
Kasi yung next question ko is related to
Yes.
to that. Ano?
Yes.
I want to find out how many lines of VAT exemptions there are. Ilan ang nakukover?
30 under special laws.
And 59 under... so total yan is mga 139 eh.
Yeah, more or less. Sige.
Okay. So, ang observation natin is, kasi dito, this may help reduce the budget deficit eh. No? Assuming for the sake of discussion, ano, let's imagine for a while na zero VAT exemption. With 26.4 trillion nominal GDP, goods and services. You can just imagine, hindi magkakatotoo to, pero you can just imagine, VAT alone, meron na tayong, at 10%, not even 12%, meron na tayong 2.6 trillion na collection. VAT pa lang yan.
Theoretically, that is correct.
Yes.
And like I said today, you're collecting 1.5. But having said that, it is impossible to collect VAT from, let's say, the magsasaka. It is almost impossible to collect VAT from a sari-sari store. That's why we exempted them. It is almost impossible to collect VAT from a turo-turo. That's why we exempted them. Global practice, pag exporter ka, zero-rated ka sa VAT. So, hindi binabat ang exporter.
Yeah,
So,
understand.
I think when we made the law, we made it clear what is easier to collect, what is not easy to collect, what is practical, what is pragmatic, what should be collected. And then over the years, syempre, binabawasan lagi ng Kongreso yan. O, sige, let's accept senior citizen, let's accept PWD, let's accept so on and so forth. Yes.
Yeah. The point that I'm trying to drive at is, at least we should reduce the number of lines of exemption. Hindi naman isi-zero. Kasi for every sector, ang daming lines.
Yes.
Babawasan lang natin yung for every sector, say cooperative, power sector, real estate, yung mga medyo can afford na magbawas ng VAT exemption, para lang makataas tayo. Kasi alam nyo, yung Pilipinas stands out among our ASEAN neighbors pagdating sa VAT exemption. I'll tell you, yung Indonesia, for example, at 11%, they only have 37 lines of exemption. Vietnam, at 5%, meron silang 25 lang. Thailand, at 7% VAT, mababa, meron silang 37. Eh kung tayo mag-100, talagang ang laki ng sabihin nating leakage. Hindi naman leakage.
Yes.
Organ.
I agree with you totally. Unang-una dahil, katulad ng nabanggit ko, ang deficit natin next year, roughly 1,650 billion. Having said that, ang kinokolekta natin revenue kasama ang VAT ay sapat lang pambayad ng sweldo ng empleyado, pambayad ng maintenance operating expenses, pambayad ng interest expense on the debt, pambayad ng IRA or national tax allocation na mahigit 1.2 trillion yan sa mga LGU kasama ang BARM at lahat ng flood control, lahat ng tulay, lahat ng airport, seaport, kalsada, bridge ay inuutang natin yan. Kaya dapat gastusin natin ang tama. Lahat ng inuutang natin. Lahat ng capital outlay natin, inuutang natin yan.
Yeah, kaya nga, Mr. Secretary, baka pwede pag-aralan natin na instead of passing new tax laws, which is very unpopular, I know that you suffered a lot, when
Pagka binilang ko po,
12% VAT,
pag binilang ko po ang mga bill dito sa Senado at sa Kongreso, karamihan, natural lang at naintindihan ko, bawasan ang VAT. Dapat meron light at the end of the tunnel, katulad ng nabanggit ko nung tinulak din natin yan nung unang panahon. Ibig sabihin, pagdating ng halimbawa, dumating ang debt to GDP ratio natin, 40%. Ang deficit, 3%. Pwede natin bawasan.
Anyway, yun lang yung point ko. Baka pwedeng sa halip na new tax laws, magbawas tayo ng exemption. Hindi natin babawasan yung VAT, but yung branch of exemption, kasi they've been enjoying the tax holiday in this regard.
Yes.
Baka pwede pag-aralan natin na magbawas tayo ng VAT exemption.
I am one with
Yeah, and I'm glad that you vote in favor of my amendment. Kaya lang talo tayo.
Yes, sir.
Doon sa train.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Kasi marami tayong kasama rin na tatalo sa atin.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Salamat po. Thank you for giving importance to our deficit and wanting to reduce our deficit as well.
Yeah,
Thank
okay. Balik BBM, pero hindi ito pang-stress.
Ano naman po, ito,
Doon sa 2026 President's Budget Message, merong na-mention na program convergence budgeting, PCB, aimed at eliminating duplication in programs. Could you please tell us more about this initiative? Kasi maganda po ito. we just want to be educated